reds, I want that. I think that looks pretty amazing as a gradient. Save to CC Libraries again. How to get a gradient from the colours in this Adobe stock image. First thing to do, go to the Libraries panel. Here's the Libraries panel, and you can see I've already got some gradients. These are from this image. Well, what I can do, just go down here. There's a little plus. Click and extract from image. Now, that'll take a few seconds to process, and you get a few options. Well, the option you want, gradients. So gradients, and it will default probably to 3. Well, you can see as you move this around, the colours change here. This is the gradient that you'll be creating. And you can move this around, reposition it, and you can move this one. Simply click and drag and reposition to the colours you want. Now, I'm going for 3 at this point. So at this point, I can just go Save to CC Libraries, and it will save it to my library, the current library. So click there, and it says saved. Well, I want a few more than that, so I'm just going to drag this up, and as you can see, as I do that, the gradient will change. And you may think, you know what? That really represents the image. I think that's pretty good as well. So click again, and you can see all the colours down here, the whole long list. Now, what you can also do is you can move these around, so you can position them anywhere. So maybe you want more blues in it. So blue, maybe drag that one, and it's in order. So this, you might be dragging this one, and you see where it's changing. That's one here, it's obviously here. So this one, you see it changes, it obviously relates to that one. And this one here, you can see that changes over there. Now, it's not immediately obvious which one you're using. It would be nice if it was numbered, like 1, 2, 3, 4, so you could actually see the order. But unfortunately, it's not. But you can see it down here, of course, the things. As you select it, you can see it move around. Click there, and you can see it will change. Now, if I click that one, you can see that one changes. It highlights that that's the one that's been changed. Okay, so you've got your gradient there again. Save to CC Libraries. Just click it again. Another great thing about this, maybe you decide, you know what, I've got 3 or 4 photos, or some others anyway. You can always go up here, click plus, and what it will do, it will go to, obviously in this case, this folder, and you can select a different file. So maybe you've got one here, say this one. Click open, and it will place it at the top. And now you can see you've got this. Now, it doesn't actually open the file, but it means you can still go through it and say, you know what, I want those reds, I want that. I think that looks pretty amazing as a gradient. Save to CC Libraries again. And again, you can do exactly the same for, create a few more stops, move that around, blues there, the reds, maybe down there. You might want to just capture particularly the arm or something. Save to CC Libraries. Okay, so we've done that now. We've just been clicking this, just creating loads and loads of different colours. We'll just close it now. Don't want that, because what I want now is the library itself. And you can see now I've got all the gradients here. Now they're stored away in well, for me, the wrong section. So what you can do, you can select them all. So all are selected there, and you can, let's just go up here, just go here, you've got various options. Create new library, import library, create new library from document, etc. Those options there. And you can also right click, and you can move selected items. So there's a lot of functionality you can use. You've got create categories. So you might want to create a gradient category for that, and then move everything to it. So you could say copy selected items to this, or move, etc. So that's very useful. Okay, at this point, you still haven't got your gradient preset. Hasn't created that. I know it's pretty weird. Personally, I think it should, but it doesn't. What it does, it creates it here. And you can go here and you can click it, and you've got this one here, and right click, create a gradient preset. So there, save there, and then go to this one. Now I don't know if you can actually select all of those. See, unfortunately that option doesn't come up. It would be nice if it could create them all as gradient presets, but it doesn't. So you have to individually select it, right click, create gradient preset, and click apply. Now weirdly, if you right click, there is an option here, apply gradient. And you think, well, it hasn't applied it, hasn't done anything, which I think is slightly odd. I think it should create a gradient layer. So if you want, what you can do, if you want to use it, what you need to do is just go over here to the gradient tool. So here's the gradient tool, and go with this option, gradient, and just create a gradient. Now it's created it with that gradient just up here. But now what you can do is you can click this one, and now because you've got that gradient layer, it will actually do it. It doesn't automatically create it, which I think is a pity, but that's the way they've worked the thing. So there you can see now, just click it, and it defaults to linear. Now you may not want that. You obviously probably want maybe something else. You can change it very quickly. Just go up here and just change it to radial, etc. So I'm just going to go with that one, and you can see then you can move it around, reposition it, and of course apply different effects to it, modify it, and much more. And you can change, of course, the colours again. Now they're independent of this. These will not be changed, but you can go here and you can change the colour stops if you say, you know what, that colour stop is not what I want. And of course, once you've got that, you can then go to layers, use blending modes, combine it with the image, etc. Hope you found this of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Always great to hear from you. A like or dislike, always appreciated. Bye.